going to miss some time?
We're a team that most things well. So it's not too new. Obviously, you don't want to be without Jamal. But we're ready. I think, like I said, Colin did a really good job last game, and we had Reggie that played really well and has been playing really well. So it should be pretty easy.
Do you feel like this club's doing a good job of handling the responsibility of being a defending champion? I mean, it can't get much better than being off to a 6-1 start.
Yeah, I think we're doing a pretty good job. I mean, our focus is there, and I think the guys are hungry. And I think our older guys do a really good job of leading that. Everybody wants to get back to where we were, and we understand how important the 1 seed is. So just taking care of business in the regular season is obviously the first goal. I think we're doing that, besides one game, really well.
What about Reggie gives you confidence that he can slide in and play that starting point guard spot in a good way for you guys?
I mean, he's been in the league a long time. I mean, this is nothing new to him. He's pretty old, And so, we just expect him to come in and do his job like he's done every other time we've ever asked him to. And like I said, even Colin did a really good job when he was called on. And that's what this team's about, just being ready. Like I said, we don't want to play without him, but we got guys that are really prepared. Whether that's Julian playing more minutes, whoever it is that steps in, we're all confident, that they can do their job.
Does the mentality of the second unit have to change a little bit in terms of how you guys score with Jamal not being in that group?
No, I think we got to play the same way. I think our second unit, same as last year, is really good in transition. And we're not playing as well in the half court right now, and that takes time, to get used to each other and those things. So, just keep, continue to do what we do. Try to get stops, get out in transition. That's always our first goal is to get stops and play in transition. And then just, like I said, we're confident in everybody's abilities in the half court, and we know we'll continue to get better, but that takes time.
Do you feel like your role has shifted a lot this year?
No. I don't think so. I think that, I try to do, what I always do and try to bring energy, try to play good defense. I don't think my role shifted, hardly at all. I don't want to change who I am or change how I play based on anything. I think that, what got me here is what I'm going to keep doing. And, I'm happy that we're winning and happy, that we're doing our thing and just happy to be out there and playing again.
What were Coach's points of emphasis as you turned your attention to New Orleans?
We have the same points of emphasis a lot. We got to be good in transition. They're really good in transition. They're a team that turns people over, and we haven't done as good, taking care of the ball this year. So that was one thing we talked about, make sure we take care of the ball. It's a really good transition team. So, just being ready for them, pushing the ball. They got a lot of guys that can handle it, a lot of guys that can do different things. So just taking care of the ball and being ready in transition is probably the two biggest things.
How do you think things changed for them with no CJ on the floor?
Well, they got young guys that are really good. I mean, they got Dyson, who's pretty good, and they got a lot of guys with energy. They got good shooters. They got a lot of guys that can come in and fill that role. So they're going to be ready the same way we're going to be ready to fill Jamal's spot. We expect them to play hard. We expect them to play in transition, and they're a really good team. So just got to respect that and come out and do what we need to do.
How do you think Colin handled his first time in the rotation?
I mean, he's great. He's a really good basketball player. He's prepared. He's a good leader for a guy who doesn't play as much. So we expect him to come in and there was no doubts. When he came in, we all knew what he did. He worked extremely hard to come back, from his injury, and so we're all really excited, to see that and see him back on the court. And it was good to see him play really well in his first opportunity.
How is your life different when your mom is in town watching games?
Just louder, to be honest. Like you can hear her in the stands and things like that. So it's just louder. But it's fun to have her around. And my brothers both play today, so we have three. Both my brothers are playing and I'm playing. So it's gonna be hard for her to watch the games. But I'm sure she'll be yelling somewhere. I don't know where, but she'll be yelling.
Awesome.
Thanks, Chris.